Hello and welcome to Pravus Gaming and Civilization 5, the Netherlands. Playing on Emperor difficulty. Almost said Immortal there, because it had been the original plan, but it did not go very well, so it did not happen. Very unfortunate. The meek shall inherit the earth, but not its mineral rights. I don't know whoever said that, but he sounded sacrilegious, so I'm not going to read into it too much. I will allow that to simply leave my ears, and I shall become innocent once again. Do we go for bronze working at this point and reveal the iron so that if I want to go for a third city, I know where to put it? I guess we don't need to yet. I'm probably going to be training a settler out of Amsterdam at some point, but I've got at least 16 turns to go. So instead, let's go for things like writing. Let's go for things like writing. Let's see what we can do there. You're not quite done building that farm, unfortunately, so I can't build a plantation on the spices yet, but we will eventually. More triremes are spawning for the barbarians right now. Ooh, there's those ruins. Let's see if we can get those. And, let's see if we can find out what's going on down this coastline. So this is an interesting little area. I don't see a good place for a city, unfortunately, despite the fact that there are some basic resources. Having a mountain for an observatory would be very tempting, but I'm not really sure how that would work. Take that necessarily back, there is citrus, which is good. Again, diversification, boys. It's all about that diversification. Let's do some damage to that trireme. Let's scare them away. I don't like him. I don't like his fish. You know, triremes, if I recall correctly, they used to have, like, if the Greek ones anyway, used to have, like, these eyes and other things kind of painted onto them. Just, like, sort of stereotypically. Did you run away, and what happened? Alright, let's do some damage to this trireme. They're all going to run away and go back to their camp that they spawned from. Because that's sort of what they do. They just sort of wander around, they let themselves get damaged, and they freak out. Let's do some damage to that. Sure, boarding party against naval units. That sounds pretty good. Do some extra damage. This trireme is taking a lot of damage pretty early on, but I don't mind too much. Oh, who built the Great Lighthouse? How dare you? That sucks. I was really hoping to get that, but I guess we're not going to. Boo. Alright, let's destroy that trireme. We'll continue to explore a little bit. We found an atoll. That's fun. Horses on a tiny little island. There's going to be a lot of inbreeding there. That's all I gotta say. And Yali thought that was very funny. Don't know if you can hear her. She's standing in the kitchen right now making a portobello mushroom risotto. Very fancy. Okay, so this area has citrus and whales. A little city right here? Not bad. Kinda wish I could put it here instead, but the stone's in the way. Maybe we could do without the mountain, I suppose. But that's interesting. That's pretty interesting. Alright, I guess we go for the bronze working and try to reveal the iron then, since we're obviously not going to get to build that lighthouse. Makes me very sad. So if somebody rushed out the lighthouse, is somebody working on the Great Library already then? Probably. A library would be very good for us at this point, because we did get the early game advantage of extra population, which means extra science. That's good. I would like to get that. The odds of me getting the Great Library are practically non-existent because we did not start with a lot of production. So I'm just going to go for a regular library instead. It's a little less fun, but it is sufficient, I think. We'll move on to the next turn. The Spearman's getting dangerously close to dying. Let's try not to. Kill off that camp, no more triremes. And let's go ahead and pick up citizenship. An extra worker has just been born, and of course our tile improvements will build a lot faster. Not a bad thing. More citrus down here. Okay. I'm learning a little bit about the local environments, getting kind of excited about it. Let's see. Shrine, probably, for the extra faith. Try to work toward a pantheon and such. I'm surprised that this continent isn't actually done. It sort of snakes down a little bit. Little droopy line through the ocean. Rotterdam can continue to fire on these triremes. Okay. Oh, and that's it. Little bisons at the corner. I'm sure I could come up with a joke for that. But I don't think I have the heart. So we will not. Enemy has been spotted in our territory. Of course they have. Stupid triremes. It does make exploration... Excuse me, what the heck? It does make exploration kind of dangerous. On an archipelago map type. Simply because there are so many barbarian triremes running around that your scouts can get killed very easily. Embarked units die with practically no effort. So that is the concern here. Do some damage, shoot it, kill it, there, done. Perfect, that'll work. Well, let's get the horses into our network. We're going to want to move you onto a hilltop, make sure that no more barbarians spawn in that area. And we don't want to keep our archer here for too long. We want to continue to explore. We did manage to get our first round of spices, and we do get some culture as a result. That's pretty cool. I don't see any other tiles that desperately need improvement, so let's go ahead and move on toward the next bunch of spices and get a little bit more culture from the plantation, if nothing else. And in Amsterdam, we shall build a cargo ship. We will trade between Amsterdam and Rotterdam if we can't find a city-state to trade with, and we'll increase its growth a little bit faster. There's that great library. I'm glad that I did not build it. Bronze working is done. We found iron. Okay. Okay. Well, that should be able to get swallowed up by Rotterdam, so I'm not too worried about it. Let's instead start moving the archer down toward this continent. Now, as I was saying, exploration is kind of dangerous. That's why I think on an archipelago map type, at least on a higher difficulty level, it is probably beneficial to manually explore and kind of try to dodge those triremes wherever they might appear, sneaky little boogers that they are. Do we want to work toward masonry? Yes, because that would mean I can get marble, and marble is good. Marble, I think, can actually increase our speed of building a classical or ancient level wonder. At least I think that's how it works in this game, or maybe I'm mixing that up with Rise of Nations. That's been known to happen on occasion. Temple of Artemis has been built. Who's building all these wonders? I'll bet you Egypt is in this game. They do tend to build those things very quickly. Oh, look. A mime. No, sorry. I mean, barbarian archers. Alright, we'll just continue to explore for a bit. Looks like we have our horsies. That's good. We'll go here and build a farm. We have access to the sheep and this continent now. That's good. Good, good, good. Seems like this is a pretty good starting location, honestly. I'm going to be able to have 3 nice central cities in a good location, each with different resources. Probably a 4th down here. I definitely want to pick up Wales and citrus. Like, that's a huge priority, since we're playing as the Netherlands. Again, research diversification. Not research, resource. Resource diversification. Big frickin' deal. More iron up here. Not sure we're going to be able to get that. Mombasa has been discovered. Okay, so we met a city-state just before we got this cargo ship. Perfect. So we will not trade with Rotterdam. Well, maybe we will. Rotterdam does not have a lot of food, and we want them to grow. Ooh, that is tough, though. Maybe we do trade with Rotterdam. At least enough that they can get some more citizens. Oh, we are unhappy, though. That's a big part of it. Well, I don't know, then. Let's go ahead and get the lighthouse in Rotterdam, because I think we're going to need it. Well, the unhappiness is the main reason I think that our cities are not growing. We've met Assyria. Oh, Assyria. You and your glorious, super thick, terrible-looking beard. This guy's really warlike, but fortunately, he does not have any advantages in the sea, so he's not going to be able to do a lot to me. I'm not too worried about him, I think. We can't actually trade with Mombasa yet, so let's go ahead and send some food to Rotterdam. We will try to force it to grow. We will force feed it, and that'll be fine. We don't need a mausoleum of Halicarnassus. Pyramids is nice, I guess. Stonehenge could be kind of good, actually, if you want to play the faith game, but I don't know. Maybe we do. Do we go for Stonehenge? Sure. I don't get Stonehenge often enough. I'd like to drastically increase my faith production so that I can have a dominant religion and pick out the tenants in this game. That could be a pretty nice advantage in a game where it's difficult to get advantages. Let's go ahead and take advantage of this marble, and then we will make sure that we don't have happiness issues anymore, at least for a little while. And, let's go for oh, no, what do we want to go for? It's a good question. What do we want to go for? We could go for philosophy. I'm going to, because I'd like to get a library in Rotterdam at some point pretty soon, and then I'd like to get a national college before I work too quickly on getting another city founded. That's one of the things about, like, the National College. Like, it's a really important building. You really, really want to have it. But, if you expand too rapidly, you kind of are hurting yourself on the science field. Like, that's the one problem with Liberty. It can happen. That you end up nerfing yourself a lot. Stonehenge got built. Gosh dang it, everyone's building all the wonders I wanted today. Alright, I guess that is a clue. I'm not going to be having any wonders anytime soon. So fine. I take the hint. No Stonehenge. Let's build a watermill instead. You can't rob me of a watermill. We found a ruin. That's good. We found another barbarian encampment. Also, whales. Also, citrus. Okay, so if we can find the city in this area instead of this one, and it turns out to be more advantageous, then I'm willing to consider it. There is a river. That's pretty good. Fish. Would be in range of horses. Maybe this is actually a fantastic location for a city. It is, actually. Pretty good. Pretty good. I'd be willing to do this one instead. I'd be willing to make the trade. Assyria founded Zoroastrianism. Old pagan religion that no one really... Well, I take it back. Some people do believe in today. Not very many, though. They're usually a very persecuted group in Islamic countries these days. Let's see if we can get some more of these spices. So, Assyria has a lot more points than I do, amazingly. Hey, Ivory, would you like to trade? Thank you, sir. Perfect. So now we have a bit more happiness. And unfortunately, because I have so many spices, I'm not going to be trading away my last copy anytime soon. Which isn't necessarily a bad thing, it's just, you know... It is what it is, I guess is what I'm trying to say. What kind of Pantheon would we want to take? There's a lot of fish, which is to be expected. God of the Sea could be kind of good. Wait, we already picked a Pantheon, didn't we? Am I being stupid? Yes, we picked a Pantheon. We got oral tradition. I don't even know what I'm thinking. Let's clear out that camp. No more triremes. Lots of fish down here. Goodness gracious me. Alright, you can get promoted. You'll be better at barrage. Sure, why not? And representation would start a golden age. Not bad. And also reduce the culture cost, which means we can kind of exponentially increase the amount of social policies we'll be getting over the course of the game. So yeah, representation is actually very good. We'll pick that up. Golden age for us increases our money and happiness and production and so on. Everything is good during a golden age. That's why it's called a golden age. I know. Shocking. We actually named it right. Or at least the symbolism is there. Start working on a library, because we're getting close to being done with philosophy, and I want to start working on that. A national college. Do we want to get a lighthouse just so our borders will start expanding onto ocean tiles? We could. Instead, I'm going to pick up a barracks, I think, because that will be better for us in the long term. I'd rather do it now while it's easy and we don't need it, rather than need it and not have it. That would be worse, debatably. Where else could we go? To the west, perhaps? I don't see any triremes, so let's try to embark. A bit of a risky play, but we'll try it. Please do not have barbarians pop out of nowhere and kill me. Hanging gardens have been built. Somebody is building a lot of wonders. I have yet to get any, which is unusual in an Emperor difficulty game. And they're building them fast. Woof. Let's go for ironworking. Maybe I can get the Colossus. The Colossus is definitely good on an archipelago map type because there's a lot of coastal cities. There's a good argument to be made for that. We'll try it. Not a lot to do here. Not a lot of hills near Amsterdam, which means not a lot of production. It's going to grow pretty large, but that's about it. I guess we'll go down here and get some more spices. Rotterdam now has 5 citizens. We're going to have a lot of food, I think, which is good. A lot of food means lots of population to mine a lot of tiles. Not opposed. At the same time, a lack of production is a little less fortunate for me. So do we go for another settler at this point? 5 turns. Yes, we do. Because we will want to claim some of these areas before the very opportunistic AI can do so. I don't know if you've noticed that the AI is really stupid about how it settles its cities. Oh, we met a new city-state. Samarkand. Well, that's fun. Hi, how you doing? I don't know if you've noticed that they're very stupid. So, like, if I could have a city here, and it'll take up, like, all but this tiny little sliver of tundra. And there's like no good reason to settle here, right? It's not worth the trouble. But the AI will be all like, oh look, land that's unclaimed. I will settle a city, and it shall be glorious. They're fools. It's very annoying having to root them out, because it messes up the borders. I hate border gore, man. It's disgusting. Should kill them all. And I will. Lord willing. Praise be unto him. I don't see a lot going on over here. There's a lot of barbarians. Oh, hi, Trireme. You are in a dangerous position, aren't you? Oh, Indonesia. Well, Indonesia has a fantastic advantage on this map type. They get extra luxury resources every time they settle on a new continent/island. And since there are a lot of them, the Oracle is done already. Good lord. Quebec City is done. Or met. Good. They have furs. Possibly worth conquering at some point. Stoneworks. Would be pretty good. Happiness? Yeah. And production. Stoneworks is good. And production's going to be really on short supply in this game, so anything that gives me that is going to be worthwhile. Let's make sure we get out of Quebec City. I don't want to upset them any more than I have to. So, yes, they are saying that this is a pretty good location for a city, and I incline to agree. Yeah, it's not directly next to the salt, but we'll be able to get there pretty quickly, so I'm not too worried about it. River, hills, more production, get the wheat, get the spices, get the fish. It's a good city location. We'll take it. I'll take it. I'll take 12. Of course, now that we're going to try to settle is when I'm trying to get the National College, so that figures. Oh, hello, England! You are also a very strong naval power. Oh, that sucks. Well, this is going to be an interesting game, then. I guess I'm kind of glad about that. Moderately glad about that. Let's go ahead and start sending this worker down here in anticipation that we're going to want to start building wherever we found our next city.
Would you be interested in a trade agreement with England?
I would. I would love to have a trade agreement. And as part of the contract, you won't understand it because it's written in Dutch, but it will be written in clauses that you will have to admit that you have silly hair on a weekly basis in front of your court, spoken in, let's say, Japanese. No one will understand what you're talking about, so you'll say face, but secretly we all know that you're admitting you have terrible hair. All right. Drama and poetry. Parthenon. Let's open the technology tree and see what our options are going to be. Guilds are probably pretty good. Or metal casting to make up for the lack of production that we have. At the same time, East India Company is going to be really good for us. Because we're going to probably have a lot of sea trade routes. I don't know. Let's actually go for metal casting. We'll pick up construction, engineering, and metal casting. Those will be very good for the production, which is the one thing we are lacking on the most, so I guess that makes some level of sense. We'll do nothing for a little while there. Public declaration from England, you say? Haha, that's fun. Let's going to put you to sleep. Let's continue to send our archer around. And I guess we'll move you over to the sheep now. Little sheeps. We shall shave them of their wool. Zulus! Oh, hello, Zulus! One of my least favorite civs to play with. As long as it's not Portugal, I guess. Just because of that long-standing rivalry. Which is a joke that's kind of run its course, but it is kind of weird how we've had... It is kind of interesting how we've managed to have Portugal in almost every single game for a long time. Can we get 7 gold per turn from you? We can. That's actually pretty good. Yeah, we'll do that. 7 gold per turn is really good. Let's hold off. I think it is actually worth not founding a city for 12 more turns in order to get that national college. Some people might disagree. Well, okay, hang on, I take that back. What if I founded the city and then immediately bought the library so it didn't hurt me? That actually would be even better, and what am I doing with this money if not that? So sure, let's found our city. Utrecht. Okay. By the way, I should probably clarify, I do not speak Dutch, despite being of Dutch heritage, so I'm going to mispronounce absolutely everything, and you're going to have to live with it. Let's spend 400 gold, let's get that library, and the National College will continue to build, no problem. Good. That actually works out fine for me. Let's get ourselves another monument. Culture is a good thing to has. You would like to give me horses. I think not, and I do not want your stupid... No, I don't want your horses or your embassies. You may not have my spices, Zulus. You are not worthy of the pepper. Ah, crap. Colossus has been built. Well, alright, fine. Cargo ship. could trade with Samarkand now, which is probably going to be better for us. Let's get that money. Cash money. And, of course, founding another city has resulted in unhappiness. Can't quite buy tiles toward this salt, so we're going to have to wait and deal with it for a little while. Which does mean that Utrecht is going to build very slowly, which is unfortunate. But I'm not sure what else can really be done about it. I guess we'll start sending our archer down this direction towards Sydney. Maybe we can find a ruin or something that was unexpected down here? Dyes. Ooh. Pearls. Ooh. Umgangundalovi is the capital city of the Zulus. It's a mouthful. Well, I do think that this is going to be a good place to end this video, so thank you guys so much for watching. This has been Pravus with Civilization 5 as the Netherlands. If you enjoyed this video, then be sure to hit that like button, leave a comment, and subscribe. And I, as always, will see you guys next time.